What's good, y'all? It's the Demouchet REACT, and we're back with another video. Who we got today, C?
Today we're back with another American reaction. Super excited about this video. If you're new to us and we're new to you, make sure you scroll down,
hit that subscribe button,
and turn on the post notification bell
because we're on the road to 200K.
And we cannot get there without you guys, alright? Join the family. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
Number one, do not bring a drone to Kenya. Don't try to fly in with it. I personally would not try to sneak it into Kenya. And if you get there, especially in Nairobi, I wouldn't fly it in the city. From my experience while I was there, I would not risk it. Drones are illegal in Kenya, especially from foreigners. If you are a local there, you can purchase one. I'm not sure if you're a foreigner that you're allowed to purchase one, but you do have to have the license for it. I mean, everywhere in the world they say that. I don't know how true that is, but if you're a foreigner, I would definitely not try to bring one through TSA because it will probably get confiscated, and good luck trying to get that back. Number two.
And I would recommend just do your research, man. Like, try to see if there's any passes you can have to do it. Because I remember one vlogger, he said that he went out there to do some recording and he has to have a wristband to do that. You know what I'm saying? So just kind of be knowledgeable what you can and cannot have.
Do not shoot photos in Nairobi city center. It is not welcome. If you bust out a camera like the one I'm currently recording on and you're downtown, if the cops see you and they want to get some money, they will stop you and tell you that you need a permit. Now, getting this permit isn't really a thing. I mean, online you can research it, and if you were like filming a big movie, it's probably a thing. But realistically, what you'll have to do if you want to take photos in downtown Nairobi, which I don't blame you, it's an incredible landscape, an incredible cityscape I should say, and very photogenic. What you will have to do is go down to the police station and basically bribe the police to walk around with you to take photos of the city. So they'll walk around with you for a couple hours, an hour, depending on how they're feeling and how much you pay them. And you can shoot without any disturbances. But besides that, you can definitely get fined for taking photos downtown. Here's a quick video of my experience to give you an idea.
That's a lot of money now.
This is fucking crazy. Number three, don't be surprised by the local
Hold up, wait a minute.
Gosh.
Please tell me that's only in downtown Nairobi, cause
y'all know we like cameras.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Capturing the moment, embracing the culture, like all of that is something that we would want to capture, you know. So I'm cool with walking around with a law, you know what I'm saying? With a few law patrols behind us.
$150?
Hey, I do the look.
So that's money. That ain't $1.
Right.
Okay.
Price and the foreigner price. They are steep and they are different, but they're legit. In most state parks, a lot of tourist attractions, even if you're doing like through a tourist agency, it will be different prices, but that's typical in Kenya. You're not getting ripped off. That's legit. Number four, don't stay in your comfort zone. I'm originally from the United States, and a little bit of transparency here. Kenya was the most different, most shocking place to me that I have traveled. And my word of advice for you is, if you're coming from Western life, or I would assume even if you're coming from the Eastern world like Asia, that you shouldn't stay in your comfort zone when you travel to Kenya, because there are some incredible people, there's some incredible cuisine, there's some incredible geographical landscape and experiences to be had. But I found it very tempting to stay in my comfort zone and stay inside, especially with the pandemic and chaos of Nairobi in general. But I strongly recommend that you don't stay in your comfort zone and you go experience Kenya for everything that you can. Number five, do not drink your coffee right after you get it. I don't know what it is about Kenya, but they pipe that coffee pot as hot as possible. That espresso video is gonna come out at 300 degrees. Don't drink the coffee right after you get it, please. Number 6, don't be afraid, but don't be stupid.
When you try to say something and it come out a little bit too fast, I was going to say my pawpaw would have loved this. Because he used to always tell me, it's not hot enough, go warm it.
Well, that's crazy. No, I'm sorry. That's funny because actually when I make coffee for us, my coffee be hot and you like yours cold.
Ice cold.
And I be like, babe, it's just a tad warm. Just like, I don't want it.
I don't like hot drinks. Like, the only hot drink I would drink is like hot chocolate, but even that, I cool it down. I don't like hot drinks. I'm not that person.
See?
When I'm sick, I drink cold drinks.
All right, so here we go. Don't be afraid and don't be stupid.
If you're down in the city center, don't have your phone out like taking a bunch of selfies, especially if you're on the back of a Boda Boda like I was in this video. And there's Josh right behind us. I'm proud of what I did. I'm gonna come up. Just don't do that. Or if you do that, be aware that it is a strong possibility that somebody may at least attempt to snatch your phone. But going downtown, don't be afraid. I find that in every place that I have been, in every city across the world that I've been, is that the perspective and fear of locations isn't usually equal to the actual danger that you're in. The most simple way that I can break it down is don't be afraid, but don't be stupid. Number 7, don't forget M-Pesa.
But that's everywhere.
Yeah,
you know, that's even in the United States.
Agreed.
Need I say more? It's in the United States too.
Yeah.
M-Pesa is basically Kenya's Venmo if you're from the US, or Cash App, or even Apple Pay. It's an electronic payment system that you actually use through your SIM card and your Kenyan phone number. So if you're gonna be in Kenya for, I would say, any amount of time for over a week and you don't have cash or don't want to get a bunch of cash out, get M-Pesa. It's honestly incredible. And from what I know, I don't know if this is factually true, but it was one of the first electronic, like, mass payment systems from person to person and person to business. Basically, everybody takes M-Pesa. Even all the small shops, you can send it to your friends. Like, it's all encompassing. Number 8, don't miss the safari. Definitely. They have safaris all around Kenya, and the experience is once in a lifetime. We did Masai Mara, which is a very common one out on the west side of Kenya. There are others like Amboseli down by Kilimanjaro, at the base of Kilimanjaro on the Kenya side. There are some up north. There are all sorts of options for safaris, but don't miss going to one while you're there. You are in the country, and they're reasonably priced. We did the Masai Mara for 3 days with food and accommodation all included, and it was right around $300 for a high-class, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Number 9, don't forget to file for your visa online. We thought that you could get your visa when you landed in Kenya, which used to be true. Okay, so quick brief update. Thought you didn't need a visa until you got there. As of January 1st in Kenya, you have to have a visa that you pre-bought online. Well, I didn't have any of that. So when I was getting ready to get on the flight the first time, I was trying to get the visa, get it processed as quickly as I can. I had like 7 hours or something like that, so I thought I would have enough time. Wrong. So I missed my first flight technically, but I called my friends through WhatsApp at the e-visa office outside of working hours in Kenya, and they processed it in 10 minutes. So when they processed it, it was 30 minutes before that first flight where I was supposed to fly from Philadelphia to DC. Missed that one, so the kind lady at United rebooked me over to Chicago, which was an hour later, and I'm through security. Thank God. So make sure you file for an e-visa online. It's quick, it's $50, but don't do it while you're at the airport waiting to get your boarding pass.
Okay, so y'all gonna have to update this information, but I think you no longer need a visa, or maybe that's just for other African countries. Y'all gotta update this. I remember reading something about it.
Yeah, facts.
Number 10, don't take the stairs personally. I definitely underestimated how much I would personally stick out in Kenya and even in Nairobi in the city center, and people will stare. I probably saw, I don't know, 5 white people maybe per day if I was out and about in the city. Maybe 5 on average. But it's very rare. And you just have to understand that people are going to stare at you, but they're not staring at you because there's something wrong with you. They're staring at you because you are different. It's a different visual stimulation. And when we see things that are different, we look. And I don't know if it's cultural or if it was just my experience, but when I was in Kenya, people will stare. You look back at them, and as somebody from the US, you think, oh, they'll look away. Nah. They will stare at you, and they will continue to stare at you as you walk by.
I like the way he put it. He says a visual stimulation. Because you're different, and then when you see different, you look and you observe.
Okay, this is different because when we react to European countries and this come up, we like, what you staring for?
Right.
But I understand now.
Yeah, everybody have
a difference.
Yeah, everybody got a way of explaining and expressing it. You know what I'm saying? So.
Well, I'm glad we'll blend in this time. I'm glad we'll blend in.
Heard that.
But don't take it personally. It's very easy to get offended by this, but you're just wasting mental space and getting upset for no reason, really. Number 11. Don't just stay in the city. Kenya has incredible landscape. The coast was one of the prettiest I've ever seen in the world. Now, we went to Malindi and it was absolutely cooking and the humidity was ridiculous, but it was gorgeous. And they have the train that goes out daily from Nairobi to Mombasa, and then you can take transit all the way up and down the coast out there, and flights nationally in Kenya are fairly priced, especially if you're paying with dollars. So don't just stay in the city center. There's so much, and I would argue that the better part of your experience in Kenya will be outside of Nairobi. Whether that's the safari or the coast or going out to other lakes or other national parks, there's so much in that country. And number 12. Don't forget the markets. I love shopping at local markets when I go places, but again, this comes back to your comfort zone. You go to the market and people may be only speaking Swahili and interacting might feel a little uncomfortable, but having those experiences are also potentially once in a lifetime. I don't know how many times you'll be to Africa. You're the only one that can answer that, but having that experience is priceless. And speaking to those local people and interacting with that local culture is incredible. And I think that's a big part of travel. Now, I will say this also is a legit tip. Just be aware of what you buy there, because your stomach might not be accustomed to some of the bacteria that's on the food, or something might not be clean. I would personally stick to more fruits and vegetables and things that you can clean. But that's just me. I'm also a vegetarian, so meat doesn't really come into the mix. But you get my point. And those are my 12 don'ts.
Alright, you guys, make sure you guys go subscribe to the channel, show them some love, bro. And I think that was important. Hey, I'm not even mad at these don'ts. I think they're real fair, you know what I'm saying? Especially if you go into a place you haven't been before. Now, the drone situation and the vlogging and taking picture situation, I feel like you can kind of get around that with a permit. If any. If there's no permits involved for these type of things, then we just like out of luck, y'all. We can't.
Y'all know.
No camera for that.
Listen.
Can't do it.
I like to save money, not spend extra.
$150.
Okay.
Put it up. It's a fine.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm definitely not gonna go to jail. So take these $150.
Yeah, no heartbeat.
All right, y'all. This was cool. Y'all know we got love for Kenya. These were some good tips for us.
Yes.
And you guys. All right. We hope you guys enjoyed this video with us. Be sure to subscribe. We'll see you soon.
Peace.